Good morning, Great Avon team. How are you today? It is Friday Focus. I will try to keep this one short because I think the last one was a little long, but there was a lot of great Campaign 5 information to cover with you all. So I didn't want to leave anything out. And I did say I would cover some of the stuff that I had planned to, but I didn't know it was going to take me that long. So I apologize it took longer. But this one will try to be a little bit shorter. And mostly we're focusing on the leadership side of things today. Usually one Friday Focus will have something to do with sales and, you know, helping to try to get whatever we need done to help you get your sales up. And then the other Friday Focus, like every other weekend, or every other Friday, I should say, we'll try to work on something that is team building or working with the leadership program. So today I wanted to talk just a little bit about going to the Bahamas and what our plan of action is so that we all feel like it's open to everyone. So let's be clear on that. Everybody can play. So that's pretty cool. Avon is a paid trip. So if there was any question, I'd even put in the bottom of this video a little video clip from Avon, but it says everything. It's a fully paid trip. You don't have to pay for your airfare or nothing like that. So it's all inclusive. Although I'm sure you might want to have some money to spend while you're there. But as far as the trip is concerned, it is free to you if you earn it. So that is one thing I've always loved about Avon. I've been in this business for almost 15 years. I really have enjoyed knowing that this has always been a you do, you get business, even through the changes. When Avon was privately owned, then went publicly owned, and then back to privately owned. And so all these changes, they've always had incentives for us that are you do, you get. So really, we can't blame anybody else but ourselves if we don't get to go to something. Even in the past, they've made trips or different things available to people who are focused on sales. So if you are not in leadership, you would still have an opportunity to earn something, or leadership people, they were able to earn something because they would have to still sell, but they might not be selling as big because their focus was more team building. So Avon has always given us an opportunity to be able to earn different incentives. So I love that about Avon. It is always a you do, you get business, and I don't expect that will ever change, and that is one thing I love about our business. So that being said, the trip to the Bahamas, how are we going to get there? I would love for anybody who comes back in and actually gets a chance to watch the video, if you are working on the Bahamas yourself, to please leave a comment down in the bottom. Maybe the goal for you, because the award sales are, everybody who's been placing orders, I'm pretty sure y'all got a colored copy of this little gem right here. I don't know if that's probably backwards when you look at it, but Atlantis, Paradise Island. I keep looking up because I've got mine on my cork board right here in my little office section, so it's my reminder where I'm going, what I'm doing. It's kind of keeping it in the forefront. So if you took your little flyer and you just went whoop, and stuck it underneath something, there's no reminder. I don't know about you, but for me, out of sight, out of mind. I mean, I know there's a trip going on, and you'll think about that, but if you have this little puppy, put it on your refrigerator or in your bathroom on your mirror, I don't know, or in your office where you can see it, but it's not buried under a bunch of other papers, you're certainly going to be more likely to fix your eyes upon getting that goal taken care of. So definitely, number one, I recommend that you put this paper somewhere where you can see it. it's always good to have a constant reminder of what you're doing. And then it's very clear too what you need to do, what goals need to be met in order to make this happen. And so Kathleen Stowe, my other admin, great friend, Avon representative, I love her so much. She has posted on our page in the file section, and she used, oh gosh, my mind just went blank. Don't get old, it's not fun. Excel. She used the Excel program to create this. I'm not really sure where she got the bananas thing from, but anyway, it's pretty cool. Bananas for the Bahamas. And you can see this is my sheet. But the neat thing about the way she did it was, was that, I don't know if you can see those things when they pop up, so I apologize if you could see that. But anyway, distractions all around. If you go into the file section and you pull this up, it is in an Excel spreadsheet. So the way it works is when you go in there and you pull it up, it'll automatically, you type in the number, it calculates your amount for you. Kathleen, you're a genius. I love this because I don't have to get the calculator out, start calculating anything. All I have to do is click on the button, pull this up. I just printed this one out for me specifically, but then you can actually save your information to your computer and have it there for you to go in and keep track. But actually, again, going back to what I said in the beginning, if you would use if you keep this paper out and put it with the other colored paper that you got from Avon, that will help you because you've got a running. Okay, you can see I have a new recruit, but she hasn't completed her order yet. So I could put one in here, but if I put her in there, it's not really legit yet because she hasn't placed that $150 order. And so that is something too that I just wanted to make sure that there is some small print down at the bottom. Always read the fine print. But in order for us to get credit for that new person placing their order on time, they have to have a $150 order in their first or second campaign, which complies with the new Kickstart program. So that is, and I didn't do a print out of that, but that is also in our file section. It's also on our events at the top of our page on the where if you go into our Avon Swap Meet page, we do have that as a pinned post, an event where we went in and talked about all the new incentives that Avon's doing for 2017. So it is in there. It's easy to find. I know that it will probably create some kind of, as we put in things on the regular page, what I'm trying to say is, kind of lost in my thought there, sorry, it gets buried. So we put stuff in the events page, that way you could simply click on the event and you could scroll through and find things easier because there's not a plethora. There's a good amount of stuff in there, but not like you have to keep scrolling and all that good stuff. So although I will say, and I do this little plug every time whenever I get a chance, that you can on our Facebook page, there is search this group and a little magnifying glass on the side on the left. If there's a certain something that maybe you were on the page and then you didn't have time to read through the information but you wanted to come back to it, just make a note to yourself, something that was in a keyword that was in the post. Maybe it was the word incentive, maybe it was the word leadership, or whatever it was pertaining to. Maybe it was Bahamas, maybe Atlantis. So anyway, you can go in and search things that way too. So don't forget to use the search engine. Okay, back to bananas for the Bahamas. You can go in, print this out for yourself. It's nice because you can put all your points in and it starts calculating everything, helping you to keep track. So if you are watching or get to watch and can comment as to some of the things you are doing to help sell, because your personal sales, in order to get the 75 points for personal sales, you want to sell at least $300 a campaign. That will give you 75 points towards earning this trip each campaign. That's kind of a, I would like to say it's an easy one, but I realize if you are brand new, you might not feel like $300 is easy right off the bat. But you're talking probably about 15 to 20 customers each campaign that are ordering from you fairly regularly. So we all know that customers who order from you, if they ordered one campaign, they probably aren't going to order the next campaign, and there's possibility they won't order the campaign after that, but then you pick them back up the following campaign. So you can't count on 10 customers to carry you to $300. So let's just be real. You know, I want you to feel like you can achieve this, but what it's going to take in order for you to achieve it is definitely finding more new customers. So you can't just be comfy in your comfort zone of 10 people and think that's going to get you your $300. I mean, you might get fortunate enough to have some people who, or it's a holiday, Valentine's Day is coming, and this is a great time to start promoting things on your website with your web store or your e-store, promoting it on all your social media networks. You know, all those sales do count towards your award sales of the $300. So if you can get that to happen, you know, that's great. So those customers count too, or as well. But just be sure that you're looking to keep gaining a few new customers every campaign so that that can happen for you. But if anybody has any other comments as to what you're planning to do to help, like right now I'm currently in campaign 5. Some of you are still in campaign 4 because you're further back than I am in the mail plan. But whatever you are planning to do, my thing right now, I'm working on Valentine's baskets. I will be posting some pictures after I get some of them done. I've got a few things done, but not as many. I need to keep working away to get that done. So when I get out of here, that's what I'm going to go do. But I want to try to, I'm not just going to do it at the flea mall. But to hype up everything, I'm going to do an out of my car event. I do it every year, and I know you guys have seen posts. Those that have been with us for a while anyway, so you do know that I do that, but then anybody who's new may not have seen those. So I do a trunk event. So if you can find a parking lot or a store that is open to letting you come and just deal some of your Avon out the back of your trunk of your car, or maybe you have, in my case, I have a mini SUV, if you will. It's a Honda CR-V. Perfect for, you know, it's like the setup is just perfect for me because there's a layer in the back there that sits up, and I've got like a extra bottom layer where I can put things under and reach from. But however you do it, you can, even in a car, you can sell it with your trunk. You could hang a sign off the top, you know, flip your trunk open and then have a sign hanging, and then put a sign out kind of to the front of where people are driving by. Maybe you could put like little Bombita stuff together with some free samples, and put a little thing up that says free Avon with purchase. And so you could stick a lip balm in there, something small that doesn't cost you a lot of money. There's a lot of things you can do, but I would encourage some of the rest of you to please comment down in the bottom and put things that you know you've tried or done and it's been successful for you. Okay, so the Bahamas, we're going to get there. That's the plan. But I just wanted to remind you as you're talking to new people that you get the most points from doing a recruit that is not an Alma lead, which most of you are probably not on Alma, so you don't really have to worry about that. But if you are on Alma and you're counting on that to be your big cahoots and points, not so much. That's only going to give you 150, and you get double that for anybody that you're just talking to out and about. So definitely you'll want to do that. And then once you get those new people started, we're here to help. If you are a leader and you have people on your team, you'll want to reach out to your new people that have your people who have new people, and try and help them mentor those people so that they can get their orders in, and create a system, work it for them, help them. And by helping them, if you help enough people, you will manage to get to the Bahamas. So you get mentor points for each one you mentor to a new level. It does need to be at least the bronze ambassador level. So if you got a promoter, who promotes up to star promoter, that doesn't count as somebody who's been promoted, and you're going to get 500 points for that. No, that won't work. They have to hit at least bronze ambassador. So bronze ambassador is that new representative sells $200. They have 3 people at least placing orders, and they have hit a total of $1,000 in team sales. And that is their sales included. So they minimally have to sell at least 200 themselves. But they could sell at least, if they sell 300, or let's say they sell 500, then their team only has to sell 500 to come up with that $1,000. So at that point, once they hit that, they have titled, and I did check with Avon to be sure, as long as you have titled for a campaign, that constitutes, you don't have to keep carrying it over to another campaign. I mean, sometimes it's a little challenging to get your people in there and keep things running. So they do realize that. So if there's a campaign that's missed, you're not going to be penalized. Anyway, use that to help you push forward. And of course, if you do keep that title and hang on to that, then you're qualifying for some bonuses. But I'm going to come back to that in just a minute. Also, another thing our great friend Kathleen had put in our files, and it was also posted on our page at some point, but just getting people to come back around, we have 9 through campaign 9. So for me, I only have 5. I'm in 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I only have 4 more campaigns. Some of you have 5 campaigns. That might sound like a lot of time, but it goes by very fast. So if we don't get moving and start doing, we're going to be at the last minute going, because we're trying to hurry and thinking we're really close. So if we could kind of nip some stuff in the bud, that would be great. So here she gave us... these are little stick people. I like this little illustration. It was really cute. Trip to Atlantis for 1 equals, you don't even see that, 2,500 points. So these are able to be printed out if you want them printed out, or even if you just want to go back in and view it, however you want to. I believe she did put this in our events, but it's also under our files. But basically it was saying there's you and your order of $300. If you did it every campaign, you would get 525 points. You get 4 personal recruits. That's going to give you 1,200 points. And then your order of $300, your team sales is at $800. So that's $1,100 in total team sales. Yay! You're a bronze ambassador. So the total points earned for that, 2,725. Pack your bags, because you're going to the Bahamas. With the new compensation plan, you will also earn $20 for each recruit, which will give you a total of $80. You're going to get a 3%, not cash back, but 3% commission check back on those first generation people that you get in. And as a bronze ambassador, as long as those people have placed an order of 150 in their first or second campaign, you do qualify for an extra 3%. I'm going to cover that in a minute, but providing that all pans out, you're also going to end up with $48 extra just from that 3% bonus. And then an advancement bonus of $500 would be $125 times 4, which gives you $500. So there's a little bit of extra money there. So we were talking about in the beginning, there's an all expense paid trip, but you're probably going to want to have a little cash to spend. So that is how you would come up with some extra cash. So it actually equals $628 to take with you to Atlantis. So that is all on here. You can go in on the file section and look at that. If you are shooting for a trip for 2, which is what I'm trying to do, and I know it's a little bit more work, but I'm certainly willing to try. I don't think Mr. Hatcher wants to be left behind. In fact, I don't even know that my kids want to be left behind, but it'll end up being our anniversary is right about that time frame. So my goal is to get us a free trip for our anniversary. I think that would be so cool. So trip for 2, again, same idea, little stick people. She has the points all laid out, what you would earn, and you're already at the 2,725 points. And then you need 4,000. If you earn another 1,275 points by adding more team members, then you can title to the Silver Ambassador level, because you were already at bronze, and that gives you another 1,000 points, and then you add 2 more recruits to make it 6. That'll give you actually 600 points, and now you're at that point of 4,325 points. So it's very well explained in this simple little stick program, but definitely pull it up, check it out. And the last thing that I wanted to cover with you, just so there's not any confusion, if you're looking at the advanced leadership chart, and I know that is probably backwards, but it is on our page. You can find it on youravon.com under the leadership tab. But at the very beginning, when you see promoter and star promoter, and it is talking about, just can do this part, and you will get really small so you can see it. Right here at the top, promoter, star promoter, the 2 top things, and $50 further that way. Okay, so $50. It's saying that as a promoter, as a new person who just got 1 person in, you're a promoter. You need to have at least a $50 order in order to qualify for getting your bonus money. To get your first recruit, she has to place an order of $150 in her first or second campaign. That does comply with the Kickstart program. The Kickstart program tells a new person, as you start your new business, in your first order, you can place an order of any size, and you will get 40% across the board, including the stuff that we, as regular reps, we get 20% on. They get 40% off of everything. This is just to help them get started. It's not going to stay that way forever. It's temporary. So make sure your new person understands, take advantage of whatever she can take advantage of in the very beginning and getting started, because it's only temporary, and then it's up to you, baby. You got to make the sales, you got to do what you got to do, you got to put the work in, put the time in to make it happen. But that being said, she needs to have a $150 order in her first or second campaign in order that new rep that you just put in has to have a has to have at least $150 order going in her first or second campaign in order for you to get your $20 and for you to get that 3% commission check. I misunderstood this in the beginning, and I'm not sure if how Kathleen and I did a little thing together and shared with you guys when it just sort of first rolled out. But as I have looked at some fine print and called back and talked to Avon, I wanted to be sure they give you the right information. So in order for you to get that 3%, and they did tell me that you get 3% off of no matter what they sell. So I'm the new person. I'm a new representative. I'm excited about my business, and I sign up Susie Jane. Susie Jane's excited. She can't wait to start selling her Avon. She can't wait to start telling people about it because she's seen this leadership program. She realizes that if she finds somebody, that she's going to get $20 and she's going to get 3% commission off of whatever her person sells. So Susie Jane, in order for me to get I'm now a promoter because I signed up Susie Jane. And as a promoter, I have to sell at least $50 in that campaign that Susie Jane is placing an order in. And if her first campaign, she does not sell $150, she had a bad week, she was sick, the kids were sick, whatever, something happened, she had a flat tire, and it took all her money. So she couldn't invest in her business, it just swallowed her. So she didn't get her 150 in, but she gets it in her second campaign. Hey Kathleen, yay, somebody's here today. Anyway, so let's say, so Susie Jane doesn't get her first order in, but she gets her second order in, and it is the $150. Yay, Susie Jane. So if Susie Jane gets that $150 order in her second campaign, I qualify because I placed a $50 order and she placed a $150 order in her first or second campaign. So, and paid for it, and it was on time, all that good stuff. So, so I'm good. I will get, Avon will pay me $20 recruiting bonus because I helped Susie Jane get in her first order of $150, or her second order, as this case was in the story I'm telling you, because she had a flat tire. So, so after she gets that order in, and it's all said and done, I got my $20. I also earned 3% off of Susie Jane's order of $150. So that would be $4.50, right? Is that right? Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I thought I did it wrong for a second there, but no. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so $150 times 3% is $4.50. So, so I would earn $4.50 from her order that went in her second campaign. Now, that's a 3% commission check. I would not get that if, and this is where I really want to stress for you guys to understand, because I think we're not somehow clear in the beginning. If Susie Jane does not get that $150 order in by her first or second campaign and have it paid for, then I do not, it's like Monopoly. I don't pass go, I don't collect any money, I don't get nothing. I don't get anything. That's proper English, sorry. I get nada. So let's help the new representative hit her $150. Why do you want to help her hit her $150? Because, one, you're going to get your $20. But more importantly, that's just a $20 monetary, woohoo, I got $20. Now how am I going to go spend my $20? Do I want to go out and eat? Do I want to buy a friend a gift? Do I want to take my kids and get them something with $20? Which $20 we all know doesn't go as far these days. But you know, it's certainly a nice thing to have in your pocket. How about a few 20s? That would be even better. But anyway, my bigger point is what's going to help you in the long run is that 3% bonus that you get, that you earn. If Susie Jane didn't place her order of $150 in her first or second campaign, then I do not qualify going forward for the rest of Susie Jane's life that she is an Avon representative and she is selling under me, with me, as a team member. I don't earn that off of her. I do not get that extra 3% sponsoring bonus. Okay, so being very clear, we don't get it if new recruit does not place a $150 order in that first or second campaign. Okay, so hopefully that is making sense and that you understand. Now, if she does, And yay, Susie Jane, she gets a $150 order in, first or second campaign, she qualifies. Now, going forward, if in her third campaign, she only has a $100 order. I don't know, this time she had a vet bill. Something happened with a vet, and she didn't get to order the things she wanted to order. And so her order could have been a little bit more. She had some customers. She's trying to grow her business, but, you know, between a sick dog and whatever, she just could not get to her people like she wanted to. And so she only had a $100 order. That's cool. Okay, it's not cool for Susie Jane because she loses out on her 40%. Because our goal is to try to help that new person grow by $50. But certainly cracking the whip on somebody that's got stuff going, issues, things that are happening in their life that it can't be helped, that's not going to get anybody anywhere. So, you know, the cool thing is Avon is allowing them to pick up under that quick start program, so that if she misses after the 150, she doesn't hit 200, but the next one she gets 250, she still gets her 40%. So it picks up wherever she leaves off. So that's a good thing. She still got to climb the scale, but she can pick up and bounce back. So for her, that's a good thing. But let's say, like I said, in her third campaign, she only has a $100 order. And so because she qualified with that $150 order in her first or second order, and paid for it, then the following campaign, even if she doesn't do what she needs in the Kickstart program to qualify for her getting her 40%, I'm still going to earn 3%. So going forward, for the life of Susie Jane, as an Avon representative in my business, I am still going to get 3% of what she does. Just all because in that first campaign, I helped her make sure she hit $150. So here's my other little plug. And I know we're all trying to earn our own award sales. We're all trying to make our own goals happen. But let's just say Susie Jane was at $130. And you're working closely with her, and you see that she is $20 shy. She cannot find another customer. She cannot find anyone else who is willing to place an order, and she is stretched thin. The whole reason why she's doing this Avon business is to make money, because she is just at that point where she needs to make money. But she cannot spend. She's already spent in that $130. She's already spent $20 herself on some samples and her books that she needs for the following campaign and a couple demo products, and that is her limit. She can't go any further. And she's reached out to every single person she knows, and she's stuck. We don't want her to be stuck. If you have to reach out back to her and give I said 130, so a $20 order. If you have to give her a $20 order, an order in order for her to advance, in order for, it's a win-win, is my point. If you need to give her an order, she's going to get her 40% guaranteed off of everything. So let's just say you're not in President's Club and you're kind of new at all this anyway. And you've been in for a little while, and you're not, or even if you are in the Kickstart program, maybe you're just a little bit further down the ladder, and you need to have, like, at this point, you need a $300 order or $400 order in order to get your 40%. And maybe there's something you really wanted. Maybe there was a dress or a pair of shoes or a pocketbook, or I don't know. Those are things that you don't get 40% off of no matter what. No matter whether you're ordering it, those are fixed earnings things, folks. So if you, if you say there was something in the book, but I didn't have a chance to order it or whatever. So you can give Susie Jane a $20 order from you. It counts award sales, $20. And then, I don't even know. You're going to owe her $12. That's what you're going to owe that representative, plus some tax. So that $20 of an order, you're helping her stretch to hit that level. What's that going to do for her? One, it provides support. It shows her that you care. It shows her that you are wanting her to succeed. Two, it gives you an opportunity to get something that you wouldn't have gotten at 40% discount at a lesser cost. So you get an opportunity to get something. And of course, we all know that if you're using and wearing Avon, you're your own best billboard. I'm wearing an Avon necklace today. Got a Avon jacket. I didn't earn this or anything from Avon. I had it made, but we got Avon earrings on, bracelet, watch, makeup. So, you know, the things that we get from Avon, those are all things that help us too. So it's a win-win. If you reach out to Susie Jane, you help her. She's missing that $20 or $30. And maybe one of your customers had something that they call you at the last minute and they're like, oh shoot, I forgot to order, my skin's so soft. Okay, let's just help Susie Jane out, because that Skin So Soft might be $16. And no, it's not going towards your award sales, but in the long run, Susie Jane, I'm bringing it back around again, guys. Susie Jane hits her $150. You get 3% commission off of whatever her business does for the rest of the life of that representative. That's pretty amazing. Plus, you get $20 back. You get a recruiting bonus of $20. Hello? You got your $20 back. So you spent $20, but you didn't. Like, so you helped her, and now going forward, you've got 3% of whatever her business does. So let's say Susie Jane takes off. I mean, she got a slow start, but she really loves her Avon business, and she really wants to do something with it. So let's say her maybe it takes her about 4 or 5 campaigns to get there, but she's finally getting the hang of it, and she's got the swing of things. So let's say Susie Jane has a $400 sale now, and you get 3% commission off of that sale. Now you're at $12. That's $12 that you're going to get from that campaign order that you wouldn't have had before. Because if she didn't hit her $150, do you see how it's adding up? So you got your $20 back, basically, that she was short and needed in order to get the $150. Or you can help her find customers too. Maybe we need to expand her names list. Of who does she know? And she hasn't thought of who do you know that knows that person, or that kind of. Let's take it a step further and see what we can do to help that person. But then you're finding a couple more people. So we got Susie Jane in, now you're a promoter. Then you get another person in, you're a star promoter. Same thing applies. $50, you have to have at least a $50 order, and you have 2 people placing orders. You're going to get your $20 as long as each of them place $150 in their first or second campaign. Okay, then we get a successful campaign out of them. Everything's paid for and good. You get 3% back on those people's orders. So now you got 2. Let's say both of them hit $300 and you get 3% back. That's $9. That's just assuming they could hit a $300 sale, both of them in one campaign. You're at $9 for each person. So that's $18 that you just got on that 3% sponsoring bonus back. Now we find a third person, and we get you titled to a bronze ambassador. The bronze ambassador is going to be where now you're bumped up as far as your personal sales. You need to sell at least $200 in sales, but by now you should be getting a hang of things as well. And in that, if you're new and you're on the Kickstart program, your goal is by your your third campaign, that you would be hitting $200 anyway. So if by that third campaign, you're getting new recruits in and you're bringing people into the business with you, you're going to title it that bronze ambassador level with 3. We We don't need 5 anymore. We don't need 6 or 10 or 20. Just three people that we can train and help them learn how to manage their Avon business, and what it takes to get out, share their books, or maybe they want to do it mostly through social media. Whatever it is they want to do, we got to find their niche and help them make it through that so that they can hit those sales goals. But at the bronze ambassador level, you minimally have to sell $200. 3 people placing orders. Your total team sales have to be at $1,000. So if you have 3 people that are on your team and you did your 200, that means you need $800 from those 3 people. So they all would need to be selling at least 266.66666. So basically, if they sold $300 each, you would hit that level. But there's nothing saying that you can't excel and sell even more. And if you sell $500, then your 3 people only need to come up with $500 in sales, and you divide that up amongst them. It's never going to be even because everybody excels and does things at a different level. But just for numbers' sake, you can do that. So however you get to that $1,000 as team sales, great. Now you have hit bronze ambassador, and you are going to get a 250 if you're the person who signed up that new bronze ambassador. You earn $250, and the $500 once that new person, Susie Jane, hits bronze ambassador and she earns a $500 promotion bonus. Okay, so Susie Jane is excited. She's got somebody signed up. I'm excited because I helped her get her $150 in, and I get 3% off of her for the rest of her time as a representative. And because I'm in leadership further down the line here, I'm a silver leader, I get that 3%, plus I already get, from my first generation, I already get a 7.5% earnings. So that no matter what anybody sells, I'm going to get 7.5%. Plus, if it's the new person, I'm going to get my 7.5 plus 3. They're adding it. So now if you're trying to ask yourself, okay, so she didn't hit her 150. Okay, not a big deal. It is a big deal. Because I think before we were thinking that even if the person didn't make their sales goal, that we get paid that 3% no matter what. There was some truth in that, but what the fine print says, they have to have a $150 order in their first or second campaign in order for us to qualify for that 3% sponsoring extra bonus that we get for a lifetime of the representative. So I'm just going to take it back to that, not to make things too confusing. But the bronze ambassador, once you hit bronze ambassador, that $1,000 in team sales, as a new person, you can get a $500 promotion bonus. And I did confirm this with Avon yesterday too. It is paid in intervals. So the first campaign that you qualify, you're going to get $125. The second campaign that you hold bronze ambassador title, you're going to get another $125. Then the following campaign, if you missed it and your title went at risk, you don't get $125. You missed out that one. But $500 is the total sum of what they will give you. And if you hold it for 4 campaigns, they break it down and give you per campaign that you've hit your goal of bronze ambassador, and you hold that title, you will continue to get the $125 each time that you manage to make that happen per campaign. So if you do it for all 4, you'll have a total of $500. Before, in the old plan, if you didn't hit, you hit it first, but then you didn't hold it consecutively for all those campaigns, they took it away. You were done. Sorry, you're out of luck. But new Avon realizes that we are going to have times where we might hit a plateau. Some people got other things. We can never predict what other people are going to do. So anyway, that's a good thing. So, and as you are getting that new person to promote or title to Bronze Ambassador, because you're going to take it back to the Bahamas for a second, because you're looking to mentor somebody to get them to Bronze Ambassador, you are going to get a mentor bonus of $250. So let's help some people title. That's money to take on your trip. Yay! Who doesn't want extra money in their pocket, right? So I hope that is a little clearer. You're all going, yeah, it's clear as mud. But that's the best thing I know how to do. And I realize like having pictures and all that is good to look at, because I'm just telling you, but this is the chart that I'm using. It's on our page, it's on youravon.com, and you've got the top one that says promoter, then star promoter, then bronze ambassador. I didn't really go all the way down to all that stuff. Just the first three things. Easy to understand, easy to comprehend. Avon's changed a lot of things. They've just made, but there was fine print down here, and I was kind of reading through it, and I was like, okay, so I wanted to make sure that as I get the new person started, because I do have a new person, and I want to make sure that she understands how she's going to get this money and how is she going to get paid going forward on any new person that she gets in. So we want to make sure that we're all helping those new people. So hitting 150 is big stuff. More than we realize. So if they don't hit 150, we're going to want to find a way to help them. How far? Keep checking in. When it's time for orders to go in, you're going to want to check back with your new person. Find out how close are they. How much more do they need in sales? Is it something that you can help make that stretch? Because if they get it and pay for their order, you know, you're going to qualify for the extra $20 recruit bonus and the 3%. So it's well worth your efforts, my friends. Well worth your efforts. So I think that will conclude my Friday focus. I was trying to not make it long, but I know that this is a lot of wordy stuff sometimes, and when you're looking at it, you just kind of need to have somebody help you break it down. So hopefully that helps. And if you have questions or need help with any of the things that we've talked about today, again, a little plug for my friend Kathleen, because she's still watching. I talked about this earlier because I know you came on kind of late. Go back in and print this out. And if you definitely go back in and do the Bahamas thing. Thank you again, Kathleen, for doing that. Since you are watching, I just want to thank you, because you're awesome. But these things are great, and they are on an Excel sheet, so it will total everything for you. I think that'll do it. I appreciate those who take time to watch the video later. Leave comments if you have questions. All the leaders that are available here on our page will definitely come in and try to help any way we can. And I thank you again for your time. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Talk to you later. Bye.